Hey, come on in. Welcome to the Jam Room. I'm Landon, and today we're looking at a Blues Deluxe Reissue 40-watt tube amp. It's got three 12AX7s as the preamp tubes, and for the power tubes, it's got two 6L6s, and it's in a beautiful tweed body here. It's about the same size as my Vox AC15. So the idea with this video is if you were considering buying one of these, I'm going to go through all the features so you can see if this is the right kind of amp for you. They advertise it as being for like a blues, rock, and country. So if you're looking for metal amp, I don't think this is for you. And so let's go. We're going to go left to right all the way through the amp, step by step. You're going to see everything it has. There we go. Let's get going here. Starting left to right, you got your on-off switch and standby switch, like a lot of tube amps. You can turn it on, let it warm up, and if you want to use it and not power it off completely, you can set it to standby. It'll keep the tubes warm, and then you're ready to go when you want to do it again. Red LED light to indicate the power is on. Three inputs from left to right. You got a foot switch. I'm not going to be demonstrating the foot switch, but it is an optional foot switch. And I believe that's to kick in the reverb and change the channel. It's got two channels. I'll talk about that in a second. You've got a power amp in and a preamp out. And if you're wondering what that is, it's basically an effects loop. Fender uses those terms. For example, on this orange micro, they just call it send and return effects loop. Same thing, different words, different brand. They just want to be original. Call it what they want. Let's think of this video as not necessarily a tone demonstration or a playing demonstration. You will hear the amp for sure. I'm going to be playing through this guitar. On the neck is a lace sensor blue single coil, and then on the bridge is a dually red lace sensor humbucker. So we're going to get both sounds. So you're going to hear what it can do with a single coil. You're going to hear what it can do with a humbucker. Let's start talking about, well, I'm going to have to actually, I said I was going to go left to right. I'm going to have to talk about the far right now. You got two inputs, 1 and 2. I am plugged into 1. 1 is the higher output, 2 is a lower output. Basically, you get a higher push. Don't really have a need for the second one, the lower. They say to use that if you had something that had like active pickups in it or something like that. It's a 2-channel amp. We're going to start on the clean channel. So, and again, I said I was going to go left to right. I will go left to right. I'll go through everything, but I do need to start over here. Because we're on the clean channel, I'm on standby right now. Let's bring them on. Right now that's going to sound pretty muddy. I'm in my neck pickup here. What we're going to do is bring up the presence. Presence is basically like a tone cut. It's so having it dialed down to 0, it's taking all the tone out of the amp. It's going to be more noticeable once I kick in the EQ here. Let's put it up to 6 for now. We're going to start dialing in. It's got a three-band EQ. You've got your middle, bass, and treble control. So middle is the middle frequencies, bass is bass, treble is treble. Pretty simple. Can actually bring up that volume a bit. So now that I've got some EQ kicked in, let's actually try out the presence, see what we get here. So that's the presence. For this video, I'll just keep it halfway. Next, going over reverb. There is a nice reverb tank in the bottom here. So right now it's off. All right, bring it up halfway. It's very subtle. It's not a heavy reverb, for sure. Crank it up all the way. right? And for the video, we'll keep it halfway. Next, moving over. So on first look at this amp, it's not super intuitive because to me the master would be the knob that would control the whole amp. And in this case, it's the master is only used when you have the second channel selected, which is the drive channel. So right now, all the volume is being controlled through this volume control. When we want to select the drive channel, suddenly the master becomes the volume knob and drive is how much gain you're going to put through it. So let's go over and do that. So we're going to select channel drive. I'm going to switch to the humbuckers. Now this becomes disabled. We're not using that at all. So let's bring up the drive, or sorry, bring up the master to 3 and the drive to around 3 o'clock. The EQ is still used, so that's okay. Can bring up some more volume there. Got lots of room here. Even more, let's bring it up. Let's get it going here. Bring up the bass. Okay, that's with the master halfway. Drive. So yeah, with the humbucker and the drive turned up, it really rips. We're gonna go all the way with the drive. See what kind of crazy stuff we can get. I'm gonna bring the master back down though. So that's pretty cool. You can get some pretty good rock tones out of this for sure. And look at the master. The master's at 2. I'm just not cranking it right now because my the microphone's not going to take it at this moment. So actually, I've almost covered everything. I've gone through the EQs. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is this little switch here. Normal, bright switch. Normal is when it's off. Bright is when it's on. And they say to use the bright sometimes with humbuckers. That might help the sound. So let's go back to clean channel and we'll do we'll see what it sounds like. So it's off right now. Okay, I'll kick it in, see what kind of difference we get. That was off, on. Some sparkle, some more sparkle in there for sure. And I didn't really turn up the master too much. I'm actually gonna crank the amp completely. So I'm gonna master it and drive it. Okay, I think I've gone through everything for this amp. What a great amp. Again, this was the Blues Deluxe Reissue. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I've done this kind of video also for a Vox AC15, step-by-step walkthrough of the amp. Hopefully this helped you decide if this is the amp for you or if this is not what you're looking for. Okay, that's it everybody. Hope you liked it. Again, I'm Landon. This is Lando 27 Music. You found your way into the jam room. Now get out because I'm done and I'm going to bed or doing something else. I don't know.